gamers. We're gonna do a little bit of a discussion about the upcoming ban list. So obviously the last ban list was just a mini ban list. They barely did anything, right? I think they put what, Swap Frog to 3, and they put another card to 3. I forget what it was. Sign Up Mining. Right. I think it's because it was just before the Duelist Cup. I don't think Konami really felt the need to really switch up the format big time right before Duelist Cup. I think it made a lot of sense to do a much smaller ban list, so I had really no issues with it. And we were just starting a new format kind of too, so it made really no sense to go too crazy. Now, you know, we have the Duelist Cup. Usually right after Duelist Cup, we get a really big ban list. Normally, not always a huge one, but usually at least like a pretty impactful one, you know? Let's, you know, talk about the meta a little bit. Let's talk about what they're going to check, what we think they're going to check. There's a couple things, you know, obviously right now FiendSmith is everywhere. It's super popular, and especially FiendSmith Snake Eyes. So yeah, Jadistic already said it. It is probably that, dude. I think Beatrice it's probably the best way to hit Snake Eyes, as well as just other really strong FiendSmith decks. I think they don't need it. I think they would still run FiendSmith even without Beatrice lines. It's just, honestly, this card is just too good anyway. A lot of people are saying they wish they would ban original Sinful Spoils. I don't like that take at all. I don't think, first of all, I think it doesn't do enough in a way. Hot take, ban Wanted. That is a pretty good hot take. People actually had a gentleman's agreement to not play the Mayakashi FTK. Pretty much, dude. Like, anyone could do it right now. Anyone could just do Mayakashi FTK with Beatrice. People aren't really doing it, but they could. No, genuinely, I think just banning Beatrice is probably enough. Beatrice is the reason that you can bridge from FiendSmith into Snake Eyes, like, so smoothly, you know? So I think, like, I'm not really convinced that you need to hit it more than that. I think banning Beatrice is probably enough. I'm not saying the deck is going to suddenly be bad, but a lot of the reasons that Snake Eyes feels so broken right now is because whatever you stop, if they can get into their FiendSmith engine, which is very easy, it just takes any 2 monsters, right, to just make Moon and then go FiendSmith line, because they can do that so easily, whatever they're trying to do is going to waste all your hand traps, and then they're just going to use 2 monsters to make, you know, the Moon, and they're just going to go and do their FiendSmith line anyway, get into their Snake Eyes combo, and just set up everything they want. So I don't think original should get hit, but low key, dude, this card is like skill drain, kinda. I think this card needs to go, bruh. Never. Now, a lot of people are saying because this card has an alt art, they're never gonna ban it, and you might be right. And if they don't, I understand. But dude, I don't like Apollousa. I don't think it's a very well designed card anymore. I used to think it was. Apollousa was fine when Tri Brigade were going Apo, Revolt, Pass, but Apollousa plus 8 negates is different. Yeah, I get it. I understand the logic. It's like, dude, people have spent too much money getting like their Royal Rare Altered Apollousa, but surely that doesn't make it so we can't balance the game, right? There's no other card that does what this card does. Hear me out, Unban Toad. Okay, we'll talk about unbans later, bruh. They need to give like 3 to 5 times the UR dust for Altered Apo. Maybe they could do like a special case thing. Like, yeah, like if they ban Apollousa, they just give you like 5 times the UR dust for the Altered Apollousa as an apology. This one I'm predicting will happen. I think there's a very good chance that Konami is seeing, okay, not only Snake Eyes FiendSmith, but every FiendSmith deck is using Beatrice, because this card makes it so not only can you go from main deck into FiendSmith, like your main engine into FiendSmith combo, but then you can go back from FiendSmith combo into your main combo in so many decks. You can do it in Voiceless using Beatrice and then go into Sprite Elf. You can do it in Snake Eyes by going Beatrice and then going to Promethean. You can do it in White Forest by doing the same Elf line. Like, there's just so many decks that can make use of this engine, and it's just really broken. It's not really fun to play against, and legitimately, it like takes like 3 1-to-1 hand traps to actually stop this kind of stuff, and sometimes even 3 hand traps won't do it. It's really annoying. I think this card needs to go, and I think it's pretty likely time for Beatrice to go. Main reason being that any time now they could drop the main deck Lacrima, and main deck Lacrima would make it so you don't even need the extra body. You would now it would literally be any 2 monsters in the game gets you your your FiendSmith combo into Beatrice. Apo, this is almost more like a wish thing. I don't think they're actually going to ban Apo. I think they want to keep Apo around. This game has a tendency to try its best to keep really broken and generic extra deck monsters around as long as they could. I think this card is genuinely just too broken. Laval Chain is not legal in this game. I don't see why the better version of Laval Chain should be legal. Doesn't really make any sense to me. This card probably needs to go. Now, I see a lot of people in the chat mentioning Maxx C. So I will say, if it's not this ban list, I think either this one or another one, in the near future, I think we're probably going to see Maxx C go down to 1. Similar to what happened to Dimensional Shifter, we could see happen to Maxx C, right? I do think this card is going to be going to 1. Fuelos, maybe? Yeah, the really funny thing, the funny thing they could do is put Fu at a 2. They could put this card at 2. That'd be pretty funny. I don't think this is happening. I don't think so. But I do think we might see Maxx C to 1 eventually. It's possible that we don't. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. We got to talk about macro and Di-Fi. They've been hitting a lot of floodgates. Every floodgate is getting limited, right? I don't think they would hit both of these, to be honest with you. If they did hit one, I feel like Di-Fi would be likelier to get hit, just because I think this one is more popular than macro. Pretty sure if they hit one, they would probably leave Macro Cosmos at 3. This is just worse than Di-Fi, in my opinion. Even though the Floodgate banish is better in theory, I think in practice, just being able to turn off certain hand traps with Defissure is a big deal. And trade offer, ban both of these and give us 3 map. Why do we care about Flu suddenly? Who cares? You think Bonfire to 1 is like guaranteed? Oh, I could see that. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, now that we're just talking more so about cards that won't get banned, I could totally see Bonfire going down to 1 as an extra jab to Snake Eyes if they want to ban Beatrice. I don't think you ban Beatrice and do another crazy hit like banning Wanted or banning Original or none of that stuff. But I could definitely see them being like, okay, we'll ban Beatrice and we'll hit consistency again. Ryzeal uses Bonfire, so it's forward thinking. They definitely wouldn't want to do it right after they release Ryzeal because that's like bad optics, right? Oh my god, Moz, you're spitting. This shit is not happening because I don't think Labyrinth is very popular right now. But god damn, I need this card gone, bruh. Ban this shit. Okay, so we need to set some parameters here. Most of this is not prediction. Most of this is wish listing. I think this is a good prediction. This is a really good prediction. This is just a wish list thing. These, I genuinely don't think they would get hit just because the decks are not relevant enough. Even if the cards are annoying and very popular right now, anti-meta picks, Kaiman to 1, Tenpai is still cooking everyone in DC Cup. So Tenpai has still had really high representation in DC Cup. If that's the case, I think we might see another Maxx C hit. I think Konami is like using Maxx C Tenpai almost as popular as FiendSmith Snake Eye. It still makes sense to me. Tenpai is very straightforward and still very, very good. Tenpai is the late game DC Cup meta because everyone's brain is fried by the end. That makes sense. That makes sense. Closed Moon is what needs to be gone. Hell no. Closed Moon, you ban this, Konami loses money. You ban this, people dismantle FiendSmith in a lot of their decks and just play without it. They released Engraver at 2 knowing that this card is in the game. Dweller's fine now, but Ryzeal are going to kill it. Yeah, so I mean, maybe they would hit Dweller in advance, but I don't think there's any reason to hit Dweller right now. IP should go. Yeah, I think that's a bad opinion. I think IP is a great card, awesome card, well-designed card, fun card, cool card. Let's just clean up a little bit here. I don't think Droll's getting hit at all. I think Maxx C might get limited, especially if Tenpai's been doing good. I think it's likely that we see another Maxx C hit. And Bonfire to 1 is a good prediction. Defissure and Cosmos, even though it's possible because they are popular anti-meta picks, I don't know if that's really a problem that they are, even though they're really annoying. They could hit one of them. It's kind of silly that there's 6 of these in the freaking game. So I could definitely see one of them get hit potentially. but I don't think it's super likely just because they're not that popular. This is just a wishlist thing. I don't think it's good. I really don't think they're going to hit Power Sing Stone, but I hate this card. Would love to see it gone. If we ban Oak, Snake Eye Ash is a real choke point since only Ash can summon Flamberge from deck. I think banning Oak is overkill as hell. Some people are saying Kaimen to 1. Maybe Kaimen to 1. I could see Kaimen to 1. But I think the Tempai hit would be another hit to Maxx C potentially, which would be awesome. Phantom to 1? No, I don't think so. I don't think the Yubel is getting hit again for a bit. Elf? No. Elf gets to stay. Elf, there's no issue with Elf. This card needs to be banned. There's no issue with Elf. LZ to 2? Yeah, I could definitely see LZ like going to 2. That would definitely be like a very nice like first tap on the wrist for White Forest. Other than that, I don't think they would really hit them that much. I think just Beatrice ban making FiendSmith engine worse within the deck would be pretty good. Dude, can they even hit the Millennium engine? That sounds crazy to me. Millennium engine is Beatrice reliant. It dies with Beatrice. Okay, so at least that. Yeah, okay. If it needs Beatrice to really be a good engine, then that should do the job. Because I know this engine is everywhere. I see it a lot. Caesar's crazy, but okay. Here's the thing. If they ban Beatrice, a lot of people will want this as a payoff for their FiendSmith engine. I think that's fine to want this as the payoff. Even though this card is insane, I don't think it would make sense to hit this and Beatrice. You don't want to make people not want to play FiendSmith. You want to make them do something else with it, then go back into their main combo. The water support is exactly why Toad could get unbanned to push Shark and Merlintian. Okay, fair enough. I guess we'll start talking about unhits now. So these are basically my predictions for hits. I can't think of anything else. I would love to see Flamberge banned because I hate that card, but I don't think they're going to hit Flamberge. Sorry. I don't think they're going to hit it. So I'm not even going to think about that. So Banlist prediction. This is about what I'm thinking, give or take. Now let's talk about unbans. Toad is arguably more broken in Mermail than it was in the Sprite deck they pre-hit it for. Okay, that's true, but the game is also more broken now than it is at the time. So I don't think that's that big of a deal. I think Toad could come back. Yeah. Put Sprite Blue to 3. God damn. Put these guys to 3. God damn. Stop. Put these guys back to 3 right now. Dude, Mermails are cancer anyway. I'm going to be completely real with you, man. Is this likely? Not really. This card is super, super broken. It's just a ridiculous card, but I could see it happen potentially, especially with the water support coming eventually, which makes this card even more broken. But I mean, power creep is real. The game has gone way crazier since the time when they banned Totally Awesome before Sprite came out. I could see it, maybe not, but I could definitely see them do it. I didn't put this on my ban list thing, but I always think this card should be banned. I still think it should be banned. Anything else here on this ban list that I think we could see? Probably not Eclipse Wyvern, although no, there's no way. Oh, Runic. Oh, you're spitting. Runic engine, bro. This shit is way too hit. Way too hit. They gotta fix Runic, bro. Oh my goodness. How are you gonna hit 5 different cards in one archetype? I want 2 Fountain especially, but if they're not gonna do that, at least unhit these flash spells. Let the flash spells be good. They're afraid that stun is the only way that people will play Runic. It's not gonna be better than Exodia. I guarantee you that. Runic stun is not... I don't like Runic stun. I think it sucks. It's annoying, but it's not going to be better than Exodia. And if it's really an issue, just ban more Floodgates. Just ban more of them and let people play Combo Runic, because Combo Runic is some of the most interesting Yu-Gi-Oh! That you can play right now, but you can't really do it in Master Duel. They ruined this engine completely. I hate it. I'll be real with you. That's not a prediction. I don't think they're going to. There's not that many cards. Like, I mean, Nimble Beaver. Honestly, no. Dude, this shit was really annoying. I don't think we need Nimble Beaver back. We got Swap Frog to 3. Just put these cards back to 3. I don't think we need the Nimble Beaver stuff back. That shit was really, really annoying. Plush Fire is eroded. Oh, right. And also we're going to get that Perform Age stuff soon, right? So yeah, Perform Age, Plush Fire. This one's definitely getting unhit. This might go straight to 3. Yeah, it's now a hard once per turn. Man, I'm just looking at these bans. It's a pretty good ban list. There's a lot of good bans. A lot of stuff that's banned that I'm so glad is banned. You know what I mean? Oh, Airlifter from Rescue Ace. Yeah, they probably can. Yeah, they can bring back Airlifter to 3. You're right. They probably should and likely will unhit Rescue Ace a bit. I feel like it's fallen off so much. Ultimate Offering? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no reason for this card to still be banned. This card is not that good. I guess it's like really good Fluandery support that you can't search. That they have the same effect in their deck, but it's searchable. Yeah, there's basically no reason for this card to be banned anymore. Okay, this one I genuinely think like could come back to 3 and not see play. 6th Sense is like weird. I don't want Labyrinth having this fucking card. Like, what deck can break Norden? Wait, where's Norden? Hold on. Nah, you're spitting. Like, this card sucks. As a poly target? Yeah, no, it's a really good super poly target. That's the only way people would play it, though. How is it a broken Spally target? 1 Synchro in XCs plus 1 Synchro in XCs? Like, that's just as hard to make as, like, 2 monsters of the same attribute with different types, or 2 monsters of the same type and attribute. Like, I mean, you special back the discard? Well, yeah, but who cares? It's really good against Raziel or Ryziel or whatever. Okay, that's not a bad thing. That's not a big deal. I think this card could definitely come back. Even if, okay, bro, cheating this out is dumb. Why would you care that much about cheating out a Monster Reborn? Norden is only busted with Broad Bowl. Without Instant Fusion, I think this card is, even with Broad Bowl, is not busted. Return from Different Dimension. Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah, you know what they should do? They should unhit Runic a little bit and put this to 3. And then if you're really, really scared of Runic, you can run this and Pendulum Summon after they banish a couple of your monsters, you know? Yeah, so I guess we'll end it there. For the unhits, there's a lot of like interesting things they could do. There's definitely a lot of cards on the ban list that don't need to be there anymore. But for the most part, I actually think the ban list is quite good. Like, there's not that many cards and I'm like, oh yeah, this needs to be unhit. Honestly, this card. We've been talking for like 45 minutes about this stuff. And we've talked about like 10 cards total. So I think we're going to end it there for that.